Alright guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you guys for watching the video today. Today I'm going to do a lot of drone flying. When I was shooting with my 5D Mark II, I found that having a third-party lens, like the Tamron lens that I bought, I had to micro adjust the lens and the camera to be able to have the focus correct, because many times I would shoot and I would focus on the eye of the bride, the couple, or whatever subject I'm shooting on a person, and I would shoot there, and what I find is that the picture will be sharp on the tip of the nose instead of the eye, or it would say that it was auto-focusing on this eye, but then this one is the one that it's in focus. So, okay, so I shot that same lens, and some videos back, I think I got like maybe 20 views on the video, but I compared the M50 and the 5D Mark II with the Tamron lens, and I came to find that micro adjusting was not too bad, but what I found was that because that lens was a 24-70 and a 70-200, it would be sharp at 70 millimeters, but maybe not at 50. And so that was my challenge. And so when I shot with the M50, I noticed that the autofocusing system, it just focused what it needed to focus. I mean, it didn't do what the 5D Mark II was doing. Even micro adjusted, the 5D was still missing some of the focus. And so when I look at the pictures back and I check, the batteries and some Bingo DAP bottles, I found that the M50 was working perfectly along with the Tamron lens. So now that I have the R6, the autofocusing system is the same. And I find that I don't have any issues focusing with the lens. So I'm actually out today just taking photos of random things, and I'm going to do some abstract photos. But I find that the Tamron 70-200, it's good enough. It's almost perfect. To me, it's perfect, but to most, it'll be almost perfect. And the reason why I say that is because instead of buying the Canon RF lens for $2,800, I'd rather just keep the Tamron free because I already own it, and then just buy the adapter so that I can use it on the R6. I'm over here laughing to myself because one of the things that happens with the camera is I have it set to where it will try to light up my face. Now I'm getting some reflection from the sun that's hitting that side over there, and a little bit from the rocks up, so it helps on the lighting. But every time that I move and I go to the, closer to the camera or get away from the camera and come back, the lighting is just, it takes a long time to catch up to where I was. So anyway, so I realized that the lens seems extra long, which I don't care. Not that I'm trying to compensate for anything. But I don't mind the length. I mean, it's nice. The adapter has a control ring now, because I was thinking about buying the RF lens, same 70-200, 2.8. I was going to buy another one like this. This ring, this adapter with the ring is $200, but the adapter without the ring, it's $100. So I bought that instead, and I'm going to use it so that way I can have both of the bodies with the 24-70, 70-200, and the adapters on it, and I'll be able to still shoot my weddings, my events, and all that stuff, because I find that this lens really come in handy. All right, well, I'm going to try to remember to look at this camera right here. All right, guys, let me go ahead and interrupt the video really quick here. I'm going to show you some photos while I do this update. The application Double Take that I use for the iPhone to split the camera view does not show 4K resolution on the video. So my disclaimer, I will do another video to better compare the 4K resolution capabilities on the iPhone 12 compared to an actual digital, in this case mirrorless camera, to see which one is actually better to record with. And I know from what I see in the picture, you will agree with me that recording with a digital camera is better than recording with an iPhone because of the lighting conditions and the resolution that you actually get on the video. So right now, guys, I know the picture is going to look different because one of them I'm recording with the R6 and the 50 millimeter, and then the other one I'm using the iPhone 12 with the double take app, you know, for the camera. So that way I can see the selfie part of it, and then I can see the front of what the phone is looking at. And then also I can record at the same time with the R6, which the phone is actually mounted on. Now, because it's a 50 millimeter on the bottom and it's an extra wide angle lens on the phone, obviously the picture's gonna look different. But I want you guys to take a look at the difference in picture quality. Now, they're both recording in 4K, 60 frames per second, and you can see that the picture on the iPhone right now, where you see the selfie part, it's a little bit overexposed, and I can't figure how to expose it correctly on the phone. I'm over here touching, see where I can get it to be a little bit darker. Normally you will hold the phone, you know, the picture on the phone, the screen, and then you can lower down the light. But on this app, because I'm doing the selfie one, it's not gonna work, I think. Now, if it was doing just a single, you know, lens, then I think I can adjust it. But for now, anyway, I wanna show you the 4K from the iPhone 12 and the 4K from the R6. Now, on the R6, I'm overexposing a little bit to try to make the picture kind of look like the one in the phone. And I'm going to try to go ahead and panel here just a little bit and see how both of these react. And of course I have to move as well. Now here's the thing, because it's it's getting a little bit darker over here in this area. I cannot lower the shutter speed on the camera. So I am recording 60 frames per second at 60 frames per second shutter speed. So I don't know if the picture's gonna be all jumpy or whatnot on the R6, but I tell you what, I think the picture on the iPhone 12 looks okay, overexposed, but it looks okay. A lot of people like to see a lot of the brightness on it, but for me, I like to see the realistic look of what my eyes are seeing. That's exactly what the R6 is recording right now. And that's the difference between recording with the phone and an actual camera. All right, I gotta hurry because today is Super Bowl Sunday, and it's about an hour drive back home. I don't wanna miss that. So let me go ahead and panel a little bit more, show you here. I'm at the Eagle Falls on the more calm part of the Eagle Falls. I don't like to record up there anymore. There's just so much graffiti from, you know, just people that have nothing better to do with their lives. And I wish it was something beautiful and pretty to look at, but in all honesty, you know, there's some cuss words in there, there's some gang-related stuff in there, and I don't appreciate that. Unfortunately, you know, the generation we have today is just as disrespectful as the 80s when they were being bad. They got better for a little bit, and then they went back to being bad again. And unfortunately, you know, a lot of people copy what they see on TV, so. Anyways, I'm trying to panel as slow as I can because I don't have a video tripod head. So anyways, you can see how overexposed it is right here on the side, right? And I can adjust it because that's what the app is doing. Now, I'm gonna continue to go just to see and show you guys that the camera is not overexposing it, and it's actually showing you exactly as I see it. Well, almost exactly as I see it, because my eyes can see the shadows right here, right, on the trees a lot brighter because I can focus just on that shadow area. But if I see both, the highlighted area is going to be too bright and my shadows are going to look dark, just the way the camera is actually doing it. So it looks a little bit dark, and then it looks bright. And then this right here is dark because it's focusing on the light that's going back here on the trees, but that's exactly what our eyes look at. And so, you know, if I was using a software that allows me to do color grading and things like that better than the one that I have, I probably would use that, but I don't, so there goes that. So anyway, I'm gonna see if I can grab my drone and I'm gonna fly it up and let's see how this recording comes. I remember one time I was using this app, but I was using it with a gimbal, and unfortunately the gimbal kept showing up on the screen with the wide angle option, and so I didn't like it as much. So now I'm trying it again, but now I'm using the wide angle, and I got a little adapter so I can put it on the top of my hot shield in the camera, and so the phone is directly on top of the camera looking at the same thing, except obviously the camera is having a wide angle shot, and the R6 has the 50mm, and it's cropped a little bit more because it's recording in 4K. That's what the camera does. So yeah, hope that you guys enjoying this experiment.